So, hello students, welcome back. Today, in the revision process, we are going to start with the second chapter. Our second chapter is linear equation in one variable. So, as this lesson was not also done in the classroom, it was just I explained this part on the videos what I have sent previously. Again, as a revision, I will explain it once more time. The first word is linear. Linear means singular, only single. The index may be single, but yes, the variable can be more than one. But here it is clearly mentioned one variable, so variable is also one and the index is also one. Linear means the index is one, single index, that is power is one. So linear means index or power is one. So you have to remember this is very important. Equation you know. The equation is nothing but the combination of terms. One term may be a number, constant. The other term may be a variable, and with the variable there may be a coefficient of the variable. So, and one variable, so it is limited, you can only choose one variable. The variable can be chosen a letter from A to Z, any letter you can choose as a variable. So now we are going to see how the equation can be formed and what is the significance of those equations. Now, say I form an equation, a very simple equation I will write. Say 2x plus 7 equal to 50. Now this is an equation. It is a simple equation. Here 2 is the coefficient. So 2 is the coefficient, 7 is constant and 15 is also a constant, and this is nothing but variable. So as it is clearly mentioned one variable, so we cannot use more than one variable. Now here in place of x you can use anything a, b, c, z, m, n, anything, any letter, single letter you can use them. Mostly in equation we use the small letters, not the capital letters. So here now why these equations are made? The equations are made to find out the unknown quantity. The unknown quantity is considered as a variable to form an equation. For example, if I say a pen cost X rupees, 2 pens are purchased, 2 pens are purchased, the student or the customer gave 15 rupees and the shopkeeper returned 7 rupees. Now find the cost of the pen. So let the cost of the pen be X. That way we have to form the equation. So here X is the variable, what thing we have to find out, whether it is the cost of some article whether it is number of student in one particular line. So anything what you have to find, that is considered as a variable. So here how to solve first of all. So here you know very well how to solve the equations. Here the basic steps are somewhat different, but we can do it directly as you have studied already. So 2x will be equal to these 7 we get that side. So 15 minus 7. So 2x equal to 15 minus 7 is 8. Then divide by 2, that is x equal to these 2 will go in denominator. So x will be equal to 4. So this is called the solution of the linear equation. Got it clear? So this way we are going to solve different equations, and even we will prepare the equation from the word problem at the end of this lesson. So accordingly you have to one thing you have to remember, that the equation to form, while forming the equation you have to read the question very carefully, because if you are wrong in reading and understanding, the equation prepared will be wrong and everything will go wrong. So here we are going for the exercise to solve the equation, given equation in exercise 2.1. Solve the following equations. The first one in exercise 2.1. So here the first one is x minus 2 equal to 7. Now so simple it is, you can very easily solve this. I will take some 3-4 numericals in this, the rest you have to do at the home. So you have to solve this exercise completely. So here what we get, x equal to x minus 2 equal to 7, this minus 2 will transfer that side. So we will get x equal to 7 minus 2 becomes plus 2. So it will be x equal to 9. So we have got the solution, x equal to 9. Now the fourth one I will take. Here the fourth one. The fourth one is 3 upon 7 plus x equal to 17 upon 7. Now again you can see here, this is the given equation. What you have to do? We have to find x. So these whatever quantity addition is there, it will go in subtraction. So therefore we get x will be equal to 17 upon 7 minus 3 upon 7. So x will be equal to, as the denominator is same, so we will write as it is, and 17 minus 3. 17 minus 3. So what we get? X will be equal to 17 minus 3 is 14 upon 7. So x will be equal to, I will write here only. So x will be equal to 2. So write the solution, x equal to 2. This is your final solution. Next one is, say, 7th one. The 7th one I am going to take now. Or pardon, 8th one I will take. It is in decimal. So it will help you how, if it comes in the decimal, how it can be solved. So 1.6 equal to y upon 1.5. So here it is in division. So obviously you have to go for direct cross multiplication. So what we need to will cross multiply. Therefore we can first interchange the sides. Y upon 1.5 equal to 1.6. Therefore y equal to 1.6 multiplied by 1.5. Therefore y equal to 2.4. The multiplication of 1.6 and 1.5 is 2.4. So the final answer is y equal to 2.4. The next one, let's take say 12. The 12th one I will take. Here I will write 12. The 12th one is x upon 3 plus 1 equal to 7 upon 15. So here also we have to transfer 1 to the other side. Now how we can transfer? Here it is plus, so it will be minus. So x upon 3 equal to 7 upon 15 minus 1. Here x upon 3 will be 15 1 the 15. So 7 minus 15 upon 15. So what we get there for x upon 3 equal to 7 minus 15 is nothing but minus 8 upon 15. These three will go in multiplication. So what we have, x equal to minus 8 upon 15 multiplied by 3. So we can cancel here, 3 by the 15. So therefore x will be equal to minus 8 upon. So the value of x may also come in the fraction. So it is not essential that every answer should come in the whole number or integers only, but you may get the answer in fraction or decimals also. So some applications. In the application part, we are going to form the equation first. After forming the equation, then you have to solve or prepare the equation and solve the, as I said earlier, you have to solve and find the required or asked things. So here this is known as the application of the linear equation. Why we call it application? Because whatever the word problem is given, we have to apply a linear equation to solve it. And for applying, we have to consider the unknown quantity which is being asked as any variable, like A to Z, any alphabet you can consider for the variable. So that way we are going to see that. Now see the first one. In the exercise 2.2 now, 2.2, the first one is if you subtract 1 by 2 from a number and multiply the result by 1 by 2, you get 1 by 8. What is the number? Now you are subtracting from a number. So what do you write first? The solution is, I am writing the solution directly. Let the number required equal to or required be x, or I will take m here. Okay. So let the number required be m. So I have considered my variable as m. Now here, now these variable will represent a number here in this book, in this first problem. So if you subtract 1 by 2 from the number, now number is m. Therefore, what we have, m minus 1 by 2. It is clearly mentioned that if you subtract 1 by 2 from the number and multiply the result by 1 by 2. Now, this is the result and you multiply this by 1 upon 2. This is multiplication. You will get 1 upon 8. 1 upon 8. So understood? Yeah, it is very easy. Just break the given numerical or word problem in several parts, understand it, what we have to do, and then go for the procedure. Don't go directly for the procedure. So here what we have done, m we have considered as a variable. From the variable half is subtracted and the whole result is multiplied by 1 by 2. We get the result 1 by 8. Now we have to solve this equation to find the value of m. So very easy it is. As here 1 by 2 is in multiplication. So what we get? These two can be directly go in multiplication. So therefore m minus 1 by 2 equal to 1 by 8 multiplied by 2. 2 1 the 2, 2 4 the 8. So what we get, therefore m minus 1 by 2 equal to 1 upon 4. Therefore m minus, or now these minus will transfer that side, so it becomes plus. So m will be equal to 1 upon 4 plus 1 upon 2. Therefore m equal to 1 upon 4 plus 2 upon 4. We can write 1 upon 2 as 2 upon 4, so that the denominator becomes same, that is taking the LCM. And therefore m equal to 2 plus 1, 3 upon 2. So the number required is what? 3 upon 4. So let's verify. 3 by 4 minus 1 by 2. Now see, 3 by 4 minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 4. 1 by 4 multiplied by 1 by 2 is 1 by 8. So our answer is right. Just this way, orally you can verify the answer, whether your obtained answer is right or wrong. So let's go for some another example. Right, this I will take the fourth one. The sum of two numbers is 95. If one exceeds the other by 15, find the number. Or I will keep this, then here I have the half the word. So here fourth one I am talking about. Sum of two numbers is 95. If one exceeds the other by 15, find the number. Now we have the permission to take one variable only. Let one of the given numbers is, say, n, is n. Now n is that number. Now the sum of the two number is 95 and one exceeds the other by 15. Exceed means more. Therefore the second number equal to n exceeds by 15, the other number exceeds by 15, so n plus 15 will be the another number. So first number is n, second number is n plus 15 because it exceeds by 15 with the first number. Then we have to find the numbers. Therefore, now the sum of these two numbers is what? 95. So n plus, in bracket, n plus 15, the sum of these two numbers is 95. It is given 95. So therefore, now here if you solve this bracket and this, you get 2n plus 15 equal to 95. Therefore 2n equal to 95 minus 15, as it was in addition here. So it will go in subtraction. Therefore 2n equal to 80. Therefore n equal to 18 upon 2. So n equal to 40. Therefore the given numbers are n equal to 40 and n into n plus 1 equal to 40 into 40 n plus 1 it should be n plus, so n plus 15. The second number is n plus 15. So 40 plus 15 equal to 50. So the two numbers are 40 and 55. If you add them, you will get 95. Got it? So this is the way how we can apply the linear equation in solving the numericals based on words. Just a minute. Now students, one thing also we have to see now. Let's take one or two more examples in this exercise so that you can solve the remaining ones. If you find difficulty, you can contact me through the mail. Now we'll take one age problem, right? The age of Rahul and Harun are in the ratio 5:7. 4 years later, the sum of their age will be 56 years. What are their present age? So, we have to find the present age of Harun and Rashid. Harun and what is their name? Let's see. Okay. Now, I will take this textbook. It is the 9th one now. The age of Rahul and Harun are in ratio. Age of Rahul is to age of Harun. What is the spelling? O-N, Harun. So, age of Rahul is to age of Harun is how much? It is given 5:7, equal to 5:7. 4 years later, the sum of their ages will be 56 years. What are their present ages? You have to find the present ages. Now, to find the present ages, as it is given in the ratio, as it is in the ratio, are these the real ages? No. There should be a common multiple so that we can find their present age, because this ratio is of present age. So we'll write here, let Z be the common multiple. Let Z be the common multiple. Now when Z we have considered the common multiple, so the ages of both will be, therefore Rahul's age equal to 5Z and Harun's age equal to 7Z. Now 4 years later, later means what? Afterwards. Later means afterward. The sum of their age will be 56 years. Now as their present age is 5Z and 7Z, so after 4 years their age will be 4 added in that. So therefore after 4 years their ages will be 5Z plus 4 and 7Z plus 4 respectively. Now see, respectively means the first was Rahul's age, so first Rahul's age after 4 years, and Harun's is the second. So here after 4 years. Now their sum is what? Their sum is 56, and therefore 5Z plus 4 plus 7Z plus 4 equal to 56. Therefore 5Z plus 4 plus 7Z plus 4 equal to 56. What will be the sum? 5 plus 7 is 12Z. 4 plus 4 is 8 equal to 56. Transfer this 8. So 12Z equal to 56 minus 8. 12Z equal to 56 minus 8 is 48. So Z will be equal to, divide by 12, 48 by 12. So Z equal to 12 1 the 12, 12 2 the 48. So it will be 4. Now we have found Z as 4. Now this Z you have to put here. Okay. Therefore Rahul's present age equal to, what was that, 5z equal to 5 into 4 equal to 20 years. Don't forget to write year. And Harun's present age equal to 7z equal to 7 multiplied by 4 equal to 28 years. So these are the two ages. Now you can see here the sum is exactly equal or not. It is coming 48. Some mistake is there. Can you find the mistake? Let's see. There is some mistake in this numerical. Let's find out what that mistake is. Let's see the answer first. It is there given. Yeah, right. Today's age they have been asked, so it is right. Because when we add 8 in that, then it will become 56. Today it is coming 48. 20 plus 20 is 48, so it is right. So here we'll add, try to solve the exercise 2.1 as well as 2.2, the remaining numericals. If you can get it, very good, very fine. If you are not getting it, just call me or my mail. Give the numerical which you are not getting, the number of numerical in the exercise. I will try to solve your problems. Okay, thank you.